Hi there, and welcome to this Mendix Malt how-to video. I'm the host for today, Nico, and I'm a certified expert Mendix developer. Today we're going to dabble into some CSS wizardry and create sticky notes. Whether you love it or whether you hate them, I bet you used them sometime in your life. So let's see how many you can implement them in your Mendix application. So let's get into it. Alright, so over here we have an overview of how our sticky notes will look. And we will get into the separate items shortly. So as you will see here, I have a multicolor sticky notes with a bit of some of them at a bit of an angle and so on. So first things first, how do we get the palette? Well, luckily there's some new, well, not so new, AI tools that can allow us to generate data quickly. So I just simply ask ChatGPT, give me sticky note color palettes consisting of 10 pastel colors, and he just spew them out. You can even have bright colors, and lastly, you can even ask it to give it in a CSS format, which you can just simply copy and paste. Alright, so if we're hopping over back to the Mendix, what you will see is I have created a UI module, and you can simply change any module to a UI module by right-clicking on it and mark it as a UI resource. In this case, I'm already marked as a UI resource, so it says it can mark as a UI resource. And the reason for that being is I want to ensure that my custom CSS is available for this feature. So what you will see here is that I have copied and pasted the pastel colors. Furthermore, I have imported the font Reenie Beanie using Google. Now, the Reenie Beanie font gives us this look and feel that it was handwritten. So let's jump into how we do the CSS styling. So the first thing is I define a sticky note in general. So you can just simply see all the items that I've done here. And when we look at the hover and the focus, what is very important here is when we transform it and we say a scale 1.5, we mark it as important. The reason being is we define there's some transformation to get the items to look like it's skew, especially this one. Now what Mendix does is because it's skew, when I hover over it, it just remains skew. It doesn't zoom in. So by adding that important, that transform logic is overwritten and we get this pop-up look and feel. We also define the fonts as well as our text. We can even define some colors predetermined. All right. So the question now is, but how do you go from a Mendix list view, which generally doesn't look like this, to a list of sticky notes? So to be honest with you, over here we overwrite our list view. But what is important is that we need to define that list view as a special list view. And we do that by setting this list view as a class. So let's quickly hop over to our pages and we go over to our list view overview. If I go into the snippet, you will see that I have defined under appearance, under the class sticky notes. Now, what we're going to do in our CSS code with our sticky notes, we will overwrite the list view widget where it has a class called sticky notes. We do have some items here which is not too relevant, but you can just simply copy and paste that. And then we have the on hover and focus that it scales, and furthermore we define that every nth child or every even child is rotated 4 degrees. Every third child is rotated -3 degrees, meaning it rotates to the left or anti-clockwise. And lastly, every fifth child is rotated again clockwise with 5 degrees. And again, this gives us this look and feel that we have our sticky notes is not exactly horizontal, but they lie at a skew. All right, so now we also want our sticky notes look and feel to continue into when we edit it. or even view it. So what we have done, if we just have a quick look, let's create this new sticky note. All right, so what you can see here is I have a yellow sticky note that has kind of a square look and feel to it, and you can add your items over here. So this is our demo sticky. Let's show how it's done. All right, and if I say okay, we will see that we have now a demo sticky that is underneath here. So how do we define that look and feel? All right, so for that, let's quickly hop back into, and first we got to take a look at how our page looks. So this page uses a special page template. Let's quickly see what the page template is. You can see the layout is sticky notes, pop-out layout. So what I've done with the pop-out layout is I have copied the existing one on Atlas UI, and I have simply defined it to have a class called sticky notes. Again, we are defining this class specially so that we can only overwrite the pages that has this specific class. So going back into our CSS code, we will see that we have a sticky notes MX window active. The first thing I do is I set it to not display the header. So let's quickly go back into our front view. You will see that there's no header there. I mean, have you ever seen a sticky note with a header other than a title? All right. Next thing is we actually changed the opacity of the text boxes. The idea behind it was to say, you know what, I want the user to see my input fields without exactly hiding it. All right, we'll see a bit when we change it. And that essentially gives us a nice toned down look and feel of our input fields. All right, so let's quickly see what happens if we change it. If we say let's change it to the opacity of our text boxes to 0.2, we will get a very, very soft text box, which is not necessarily very beneficial. And we'll show you now why. And it is due to the fact that if we view it, you can hardly see the text behind it. Yes, you do have if I can quickly cancel here and I create a new note, your text box looks a bit more as a sticky note and it hides it a bit better. But overall, my feeling was that it is a bit too soft, especially when viewing it. All right, so that is the styling with regards to the pages. Now, we will be posting these items in the Mendix marketplace soon, so keep an eye out that, and we will also create a video for you with regards to how you can upload your module onto the Mendix marketplace. So stay tuned for that.